Hello, this is Oliver Blair, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use SketchUp and Indigo to make windows, or like a glass material. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll just make a little balcony from this, and then I'll put some windows between it and the exterior. So maybe something like that, and then maybe some some windows here. So what I'll do is I've made this all one group or one component. So I'll just go out of that and then I'll just draw a new plane, a new rectangle, and that'll be the window group or component. So I'll just press G and got windows. So then maybe it's like I'll make it have a thickness of like 10 mils, and then I'll just draw a line in the middle. Yeah, I'll just do that. So it's sort of like a sliding door thing or something. So I'll select all of it, and then I'll create a new material in the SketchUp materials editor. I'll take that texture off and I'll call it glass. Oh, okay, glass 2. And paint all that group. See here, so it's showing the back face is black. So what we need to do is just select that one face, right click on it and go reverse faces, and then that should work. So I'll just get out of that group, and then I'll render it just now so we can get a sense for what it looks like by default. So let's go click that Indigo, the first one, the render button. And this is using the camera mode, so it doesn't change the way the light or the exposure. So you can kind of see that the floor's reflecting, and there's a lot of bounce on the inside of the balcony from the blue, because the light's actually hitting the outside of the window and bouncing and making that little blue. It's pretty cool. So that's what it looks like without any changes to the Indigo material. So then we can actually click on that drum icon and it will bring up this window here, and then we can actually go and change material type to thin glass, and that sort of does something, and we'll see what that change does. I'll just hit render again. So you can see it's transparent. We can see the balcony outside, but it's actually blocking the light. It's still got a shadow. That's because it's rendering the back face as well, I think. So that's what this black is. You can check the back faces of your model by going, window, and then styles, I think. Which brings up this guy. And then you can click on edit, the edit tab, and then I think it's the second cube sort of icon in. And then if you go and click on this one here, this sort of purple icon, and the style, the last one, and it says display shaded using all the same. So if you click on that, then it doesn't use any material, and we can go into the glass component, and well, we'll just select all of it, and then right click and go reverse faces. See, it's all black now. It's because it was using, well, it's because that's the back face. So what we want to do is make that glass as well. So if I'll go back onto the textured mode and make sure we're on glass 2, and then paint it like that. And then right click and reverse the faces again. So it's a bit complicated, but you just got to make sure the back face is painted as well. And then if we render this, that should hopefully work. Oh no, wait, I know why it's not working. It's because there's another thing that you've got to do. Man, it gets really complicated really quickly, doesn't it? You go into the Indigo toolbar, into the preferences, or the render settings, the camera icon, and it's under advanced, I think, and there's this little checkbox called glass acceleration, and you've got to check that, and that sort of cheats, I think, and makes it have shadows. There we go. So what I've found is that's the easiest way to get a notion of glass in Indigo. So here we are after like 2.5 minutes or so of rendering, and you can sort of see that it's starting to reflect as well as block light as well. So it really gives a sense that there's something there. Well, there's glass there or something. There's a notion of reflection. So what I'll do is I'll also render it from this view as well to give a sense of that reflection even more, just quickly. Okay, and here it is after, was it 2.5 hours? I went and did something else and I'm back, and look, you can totally see the reflection of the that wall kind of thing here being reflected here, but also you can see the texture of the wall behind the glass as well. So it sort of works really well to give this notion of that there's glass there, there's reflection, and yeah, pretty simple to do. So just use that thin glass material. Cool. And so there's a lot of little white spots all over the model. So these are called fireflies, I guess, and it's because I think either I've set up the model wrong, or there's some weird sort of edge or something, or it's just having a hard time with the glass, and sort of they're basically errors. But what you can do is bring it into Photoshop. So I just saved that image, exported an image, and then what you can do is use the stamp tool. So it's just up here, clone stamp, and then so if I want to get rid of these guys, I can just select, like with Alt, hold down Alt, and then click there, and then just use the stamp tool to go and sort of touch it up. So sort of that's looking alright, but I might just go. Yeah, it takes a wee while. Or alternatively, what you can do is render 2 different versions of the same view, one with glass and one without, and then sort of like patch that into the other version so there's no fireflies in it. But yeah, you'll figure it out. Cool. Cheers.